Welcome to the Vector Garden. In this quick tip, we're going to take a look at how to edit an AI-generated pattern. I have text to vector graphic here in the properties panel, and let's just generate this forest pattern. And Illustrator will take a few minutes to generate that, and we have the option to of course apply these patterns and get them into the swatches panel, but also there's the option to edit them. Let's check that out once Illustrator is finished creating these patterns. And we already see the outlines and some are already finished. So when you scroll over them, then we have more options, and then there you can edit them. And Illustrator opens them in pattern editing mode. There it is. And then we get the pattern options, but you see you can't even change the tile type, so this is just a grid. And the only thing you could do is of course change the colors, and when I go in here, you see this is a gray background. I could even select this leaf and then move it, but you see, even that is not really possible. So let's undo that. So what's also possible is select this tool up here and then change it, but you see that's not great either. So then you get these gaps into the pattern. So let's cancel that and check out what we need to do in order to really edit this and get the option to also change the tile type. So once I have started editing it, it's in the swatches. So let's go to the swatches panel, and there's the pattern, and I can also double click it here to go into the editing mode. And in order to be able to freely choose the tile type and rearrange that, what I need to do is actually select all the elements by just drawing a selection rectangle and then copy them and then cancel out of here, and I'm going to paste them in here. And now of course I would also need to get rid of that gray background. So let's just move that out of the way. It's an interesting structure, so maybe you could even use that for something else, but then select all of these. And let's see, we've got some remains of that background here, so maybe it's better to do it differently. I'm going to undo a few steps. So let's select this and then go to select same fill color, and then Illustrator selects everything. And then we could also check out if this has been handled correctly, because sometimes you have things that belong over there. You have them on this side. So we would need to take these and piece them together with the rest. And let's select all of these and maybe this as well, and get that over here because that's where it needs to be, like so. I'm going to move that far to the side, and then let's select this and these and go to Object, Transform, Transform again, and there we can select them more easily and then make this fit. So to make this fit, I'm going to select an anchor over there and then match that using the smart guides like this, and now it fits. So like this. And then of course it will help even more if you want to be able to move these around to also group these. That's where it gets actually pretty hard when editing. So you need to figure out some more, maybe. So you need to try if these need to be over there as well and piece that together. I'm going to leave that out, and then you can select all of that again and go to Object, Pattern, Make, and go to OK. And once you're in there, you can select all of these options, select a different type, and then of course use the tool again and match that width so that you get a different pattern. So let's pretend you have figured it out, maybe added some more leaves in there and all of that. Let's go to Done. And in order to get back a background behind those, what you can do is, let's first apply that pattern, the new one. And in order to get a background behind that, let's go to the Appearance panel. So this is the object with the pattern. We can add a fill there, and we can apply that background directly to the object. And this also gives us a background. We do not need to add it to the pattern itself, just put it to the object. And then you can make a graphic style out of that, like this. And then you can easily apply that to other objects. So that's how to use the generated patterns and operate with them freely.